what's up?
Baby, let's go!
Welcome to our website. We got loads of news and gossip for you today. But first, here's a new song.
Well, fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my life with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I hope for, all I love and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Yes. Count Basie, New York. We'll fill my life with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I hope for, all I love and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you and you and you and you.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Price is Right. No, the Friday shout out madness after hours.
Happy after hours. Happy Friday, everyone. What a week it has been. We are still recovering from our lightning strike on Monday. Every day has been another gift. And as I said to Wayne, it could always be worse. And yes, Wayne, it could always be worse. So I'm glad Wayne is sitting with us, and hopefully it's not going to get worse. So cheers to everyone. Happy after hours to you who are listening here on WWNN 95.3 FM, 96.9 FM, at 1470 AM. And all over social media, we've got a great show lined up for you to do today. A nice treat. We've got Goldie Wynn and the Win-Win Situation joining us, and her husband Dave. We've got saxophone, we've got a little bit of music, we've got a little bit of rhinestones, we've got a little bit of art, we've got Wayne with Dignity Memorial, Southeast Florida, and our good friend Steve Gubb will be joining us in a little bit. We haven't seen Steve in a while, so hopefully he has recovered enough from Gubba Rum that he is joining us, and a whole lot of friends. We've got Jeremiah's Ice in the house. The Piragua woman is in the house. Forget the man, forget the Piragua man. We got the Piragua women in the house.
I'm surprised that Slick isn't all over the Piragua women over there.
The Piragua women.
Mr. Piragua.
Mr. Piragua.
Mr. Piragua.
So we've got the Piraguas. Jeremiah's in the house, and they have a treat for us, so that'll be a whole lot of fun. And we've got our good friend Robin Weiss joining us.
All the way from North Carolina.
All the way from North Carolina. We've got Eileen Lemelman with us. We got a lot of good stuff, and I'm really excited that today we get to kick off our book signing that is happening in August with Ms. Goldie Wynn. We've got her book, A Journey of Redemption, Rainbow in the Night by Jane Goldie Wynn. And this is very exciting. On Friday night, August 20th, we are having a book signing here, so we thought, what better way to kick it off than on some Friday fun after hours? Learn about her book and hear some spectacular music.
You got camera 3 on Goldie?
We got camera 3 on Goldie. We're going to bring her over. Our crew's working really, really hard this week. And thanks to everyone for their patience on what we've been dealing with for some electrical acts of God, is all I can tell you.
Yes, we actually are piecing together so we can get the music and everything else in here. Just bear with us. But you know, it is what it is.
We've been piecing together all week, and just when you think you've pieced, we're still piecing. That's the beauty of glue.
Well,
It's the juju.
all week we've been talking about business shout out. You know, getting WNN Radio back on in people's conversations. It is the only talk radio in Boca Raton. And we've asked people to come in here. We're going to give everybody a shout out, an opportunity to go up there and shout out what they do, how they do it, and to network with one another, because that's what the name of the game is. And you know, Robin says, I'm coming back and staying.
All the way from North Carolina.
Well, you know, I live here as well, so I'm actually all the way from Parkland.
All the way from Parkland via North Carolina in 11 hours.
Not that far.
So we've got a whole lot going on.
I spend my summertime in North Carolina, but come back and forth and spread bling.
Spread the bling.
So Goldie's doing a book signing.
Goldie, can we get you over on the mic? As lovely
Goldie,
as
stop taking pictures. Stop taking pictures. Goldie's taking pictures.
Goldie's coming August 20th, and her good friend Sherry and Ruth Heller are in the house. Rainbow in the Night, A Journey of Redemption. And we're going to be launching this book here, post-COVID situation, on August 20th, a Friday night. So definitely you want to come down and join the fun. But let's talk about this book.
Okay.
This book took you a little bit of time
Okay.
to write. How long did it take you?
What do you
Okay.
want to know? Yes, actually, it took me 20 years to write this book.
Wow.
20 years.
20 years. I know, oy vey, right?
Oy vey.
That's 20 years of material in this book?
There was a lot of material in the book, but because it was all about my life, I really couldn't write about my life if I wasn't in a place where I was healed and I moved on from some of my painful past. So it took me a while to do that, because obviously it doesn't happen overnight. And once I got to the place where I really felt I had surrendered everything to God and I became free, and then I could sort of put my past behind me and write from this place of true freedom and redemption, then I could finish the book. And it was right at that time, about the time where I believe God sent me my publisher, and she just felt from the Lord that she was supposed to publish the book. She's actually an author herself. And it then moved forward pretty rapidly. So, and my dear friend Sherry Heller over here, who's an amazing artist and a sculpture artist, I know you've been showing some of her sculptures, she actually painted the cover to my book. So she got the inspiration for it. This little girl sort of looking up into the rainbow in the night. And the reason I chose the title Rainbow in the Night is because there is such a thing as a lunar rainbow, and you can't see it with the naked eye, but it is there, and all the colors are there. And I felt that that's how my life was emerging, that as I got better and better, all the colors shone very brightly, and then I could share from a place of strength, so that it wasn't like affecting me anymore or bringing me back to the past. It was just like, oh, this doesn't even seem like it was me anymore, because I was so far removed from it. But the Rainbow in the Night just really tells all the stories that the true colors came forth, and I was able to write from that perspective.
And you've had some rough moments in your past in the book that
Yes.
you talk about, including growing up, how you grew up and came from an affluent family, and you lived, right? Your father was a psychiatrist.
Well, you have a great memory, Dawn.
But that had a really big impact. And what
Yes.
I really want to bring home is a lot of people say you should forget your past and move forward.
Right.
But I'm a true believer that we shouldn't forget it.
Right.
we should use it to empower ourselves if it's something we didn't like, and if it's something that was good, then continue to empower
Right.
ourselves. And I have a feeling that's kind of what you did. Can you give us a little bit of insight into that?
Yeah, that's excellent. What really happened, and I guess what was the biggest challenge for me, is my father was a very high-profile psychiatrist, and I wrote about it in the first chapter of the book because we lived in a state mental hospital. Yes, right in a state mental hospital in the 1950s, when my father arrived to take over, becoming the superintendent, there were 1,100 patients, and many of them were very dangerous because it was before the psychotropic medicines. So I had a very interesting childhood living in that environment, as you can imagine. And my father was so well respected that when he would come down the stairs in the morning, the entire staff would rise to their feet in respect for him because he was very patriarchal and very powerful. But it was very hard because behind closed doors, he was very different. He was physically and emotionally abusive to my older sister mostly and to myself. And it was just hard to bridge those two worlds because the world respected him so much. I mean, he traveled all over the world. He was in Who's Who in America and did so much good to reform the mentally ill. And I talk more in detail about that in the book. But by the time he retired in 1978, the census had gone from 1,100 down to 270. And the hospital is still open to this day. So I share in the first chapter many memories about what it was like to live in the hospital and some of the stories with the patients. And it's fascinating because many people don't even know that state hospitals once existed, let alone having lived in one. So it's
And then you're
definitely...
going to talk about what it was like being a child in the 70s.
Yes, yes. I also talk about that. If you ever saw Forrest Gump, I was Jenny. Hippie. What can I tell you? Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And that was just a very interesting time in my life. And you know, I guess just like everybody else at that time in my life, I didn't have a very good self-esteem. So when people started to tell me about the hippies and, you know, why not try this and why not try that, I just wanted to fit in. So of course I did. But there are always consequences to our negative decisions. And once I started, you know, using the drugs and ended up living in a commune, I eventually found myself pregnant. And that was a very traumatic event in my life in 1970. And I didn't know what to do because I knew that my father could possibly disown me. So I didn't tell him about it. And it was before Roe versus Wade, which was in 1973, but some states legalized abortion. And abortion was legal in California. So I ended up going out to California for the abortion. And it was a very traumatic episode in my life. And it took many, many years for me to come to full terms with it. But the redemptive part of the story is that now, moving it to present day, I'm actually working in a pregnancy clinic as a client advocate, helping women who are coming in with crisis pregnancies, helping them to really look at the big picture, because many women choose abortion out of fear, and they don't really think about the bigger impact on their lives. So we want to be able to present to them all of the options and help them to understand both sides of the abortion issue. So it's a wonderful thing to be able to bring it full circle.
And at some point, I mean, growing up Jewish, which we talk about in the book, things have changed a little bit for you. Is that what changed your ability then to finish the book and share it with everyone, or was that your pivotal moment?
That was a pretty pivotal moment, yes. I had met my husband, Dave, and, you know, we had the opportunity to go west to Mankato, Minnesota, because I dropped out of college for a while because I got pretty traumatized from the abortion. So I dropped out and had to do some very intensive therapy. But then when I was ready to go back to school again, I was accepted at Mankato State University in Mankato, Minnesota. And so I said to Dave, do you want to come out west with me? And he said, why not? So we moved out there, and it was very interesting. And we had the opportunity. We're musicians, and when we met each other in 1971, we started doing music right away. We've always done music together. And in those days, we had the opportunity to go on the road with a group that was called the Honky Tonk Revival. And we had the fastest honky-tonk player in the world. We had a banjo player. We had a drummer. I was a singer. Dave played upright bass. And we toured all around the 5-state area, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, all the states, North Dakota, South Dakota. But I had this epiphanal experience one day when I realized, I'd graduated finally from college and I had my degree, but I put it aside to go on the road as a professional singer. But I realized as I was singing to these drunk audiences, it just wasn't fulfilling. And I just became depressed. And I remember one day just running out into the woods by myself, because we lived in a motorhome as we traveled. And I cried out to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And I said, if you're real, please reveal yourself to me. Otherwise, I want to die. And I just felt this blanket of peace just come over me, this blanket of peace, as though he had really heard my prayer. And then as the Lord would have it, I had the opportunity to go back to the small town of Mankato. I quit the group. Dave stayed in the group for a while. And I started working in a drug agency to try to help kids not go the direction that I had gone with drugs. And there I met this girl that had so much joy, and I was just drawn to her. And so I was able to meet her, and she told me her own story where she was depressed, but then she came to accept Jesus as her personal Lord and Savior. And when she did that, she just had all this peace and joy, and her whole life was transformed, and the depression lifted. And I thought, yeah, but I'm Jewish. There's no way I can accept that God, because we were taught growing up, it's we the Jews and they the Gentiles. So that was, the two were very far apart. And she said, well, just see what the Lord does. And Dave and I were invited to a prayer meeting. And at the prayer meeting, we saw these gospel singers, and they were singing, they had their hands raised, and they were singing their songs to Jesus. And everybody around us had all this joy, and they were singing to Jesus. And I remember looking at Dave and saying, maybe that's what we're missing. Maybe we're missing God. And so they kept inviting us back. And on August 4th, 1974, Dave and I got on our knees together, and we prayed to invite Jesus, or his Hebrew name Yeshua, into our hearts as our personal Lord and Savior. And from that moment, our lives changed. And somebody came to me and said, Goldie, your gift is the gift of joy. And that joy entered my life immediately. And I was immediately transformed. And then Dave and I, because we were living together, well, not, we weren't married, in other words. In those days, that wasn't cool. So we got married. Actually, this was August 4th. We got married November 23rd of that same year. And we've been married 46 years.
Wow.
And I will say that the Lord has truly been the center of our marriage. And as you said, Dawn, yes, it's true that pivotal moment in my life has changed everything. How I look at the world, how I believe, how I treat other people. So, yes.
And every time you're here and your friends are here, and Sherry and Rick, I have to tell you, you fill this whole space with joy and happiness, and
Aww.
nothing seems like a big deal. You walked in this morning and we're having some soundboard issues, and you're like, that's easy. And then Dave puts his stuff in the back, goes, this okay, the bar is in the way the other way. That's easy. I mean, nothing phases you guys. And Sherry and Rick as well, when they sat here, it was all just,
Aww.
this is the message, and I guess from God that this
Yeah.
is all okay, and
Yeah.
that was easy.
Well, you guys have been through the music ups and downs. You've been on the road, you've been in concerts, you've been in different places. You blow a mic, and somebody comes out with a mic from the audience and what have you. It happens. We didn't
But they are
anticipate
just
that.
totally rolling with us today.
Oh.
And today, like every other day when you're here, we always have a few things going on at the same time. And you guys just sit down and go, okay, when you're ready, we'll do what we got to do and make it easy.
Yeah.
What is the message of your book? Why now?
Well, that's a great question, Dawn. Well, actually, I feel that the timing of the book is perfect, now to be able to start doing book signings post-pandemic, because so many people were depressed during those 18 months, right? We were all isolated. We didn't know what the future would bring, and nobody could go anywhere or do anything. So my book had just been published December of 2019, so there was no real time to get out there into the world and promote the book. So it was, as things started to emerge and things got better, I thought, wow, this really is a perfect time for the book to come out. And this is a perfect time for me to start speaking to people and getting out into the world, because people need hope. They need encouragement. They need to know that better days are ahead. We need to have faith even when things around us look like they're falling apart. We just have to trust God and look forward with great joy and anticipation. So I really felt, because the book is all about hope and encouragement, that this is really the time for it.
Amen.
You know, it's interesting you say that. Somebody at the beginning of the week came up to me, and they asked me, Gesundheit.
She sees some
And
truth.
somebody asked me, do you think that the end is now?
Mm-hmm.
Are we at the end now
Of the pandemic?
of life? if you read, what is it, Apocalypse, whatever, if you read about fire and all of this stuff in the good book, it talks about how the world is going to end and what have you. And they came to me and they were reading, you could see the fear in their eyes. And they said to me, do you think that this is the end? Are we entering the end? Every time you turn on the news or something else, there's another disaster.
Yes,
Another building.
yes.
There's another building this morning
Yes.
partially collapsing. And it isn't the end.
Right.
It's the beginning. I think that's the end of what we didn't do. And it isn't, I think that with your book, it's taught you to write it today and make you who you are today, which makes you better. It was your journey
Yeah.
to learn.
Yeah.
I think that's fascinating. And I'm looking at some of the people in here, like that lady over there, and she's looking at me and she's smiling because she sort of understands what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But your timing could not be better.
Right.
What we need is more of you. We need more people to think this way. And I'm glad that it hit you that it was that overcoming and this and this and that. Those are the things we need to do. We got to stop worrying about things that fail. Man, if I had a nickel for everything in my life that failed, I'd be a very wealthy man.
It's funny you say that because this morning I was reading an article talking about why do we look at our failures. And you guys, I'm going to ask you for a trio camera because I want Eileen and Wayne in on this also. Why do we look at our failures as failures and our successes as successes? What if some of our failures and the things that we didn't go right are actually what's
But why
leading
do
to
we-
our successes?
No, but why
Yes.
do we look at
Why
the
do we
failures?
label the failures failures
Right.
Yeah.
when maybe that's what's going to lead us to a success?
That's exactly it. And that's really, again, one of the messages of the book, that if I had stopped in the pain, then that would have been the
like
case.
lesson
But
3.
it's the pain that just opened up the door for me to really get past it and to be totally freed and surrendered so that it could be a success. So that's a great
That's
point,
what
Don.
I was
Yeah.
reading that this morning thinking, you know, we look at the cable blew out or we didn't get a deal or this client left, whatever it is you look at in business or in life or your kids move away, maybe that's not a failure. Maybe
Right.
what we're looking at is it's an ultimate success
Yeah.
if we truly look at the messages of what it is.
Yes.
So I have to bring Eileen Lemelman in on this conversation. She is starting a new show with us. I'm going to let
Okay.
you just grab your mic. And we've got Wayne Henry with us, and Wayne's been with us for a very long time. What do you think about success, failures? I mean, all of Goldie's story, Eileen.
So as I listen to you, Goldie, I
Can you
am
text them next week?
just blown away.
Aw.
Because here I am. I had an amazing, amazing week. Started my new show. It all starts with you. And the reason I am here today is exactly what you talk about.
Wow.
Transformation, change, transition.
Wow.
And I don't look at the pandemic, maybe initially I did. I was scared. I was very scared.
Yeah.
And it was very uncertain. There was a lot of anxiety. I look at it as it was given to me as a gift. It gave me space and time and opening for possibilities and new things.
That's wonderful.
And here I am. Here I am in a new place. I'm a psychotherapist.
Okay.
I work very, very long hours with people that have been struggling, not only now, but their whole lives with
Yeah.
anxiety, depression,
Yeah.
grief, sadness, transition. How am I going to be happy? What am I going to do in this world? And I realized that that's my mission. I have to help people
Yeah.
to transform, to change, validate whatever they're going through. So I'm going to end today, this little talk that I have, with an affirmation, which is what I do always. And I like to give an affirmation. I am stronger, wiser, and confident with each day. And let's end on a little levity, okay? I saw something the other day and I thought, this is great. So I'm going to leave this with you. if cauliflower can become pizza, then we can do anything.
I love it.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Goldie, tell us when the book signing is, how do people get tickets, all of that good stuff.
Okay, yes. The book signing is going to be right here in this very studio, August 20th from 6 to 8. It's like if people are working, it's right after work. We're going to have wine and cheese and a few giveaways. And I'll be sharing more about the book. People can ask questions. I have a couple of people I work with that will be coming and share how the book has impacted them. And it'll be just a nice interactive time, you know, to get the message of the book out there. And if people want to purchase it, they can. And I think it'll be this great launch. You know, we're back. We're out here. We're reinventing ourselves.
This is
And
amazing. It brings
we don't have to
awareness
stay
mental
stuck
health.
anymore.
It brings awareness to so many things that
Yes.
are going on now that went on then. As you always say, if we don't learn from our past mistakes, we are bound to repeat them.
Yes.
So check out this book. You can actually get it ahead of time. Where?
Well, you can get it. You can go to my website, JaneGoldieWin.com, and that's Jane, and Goldie is GOLDIE. Win, WINN.com. And if people want to come to the book signing, they can either text me at 215-990-7752 or my email, goldola@gmail.com, and just let me know. We already have about 6 people signed up, so I guess we probably can have, about 30 or so?
We'll figure it out as we
We'll
roll
figure it
along.
out. So we'd love to have you. I think it'll be just a fun time and just a chance for us to share together and encourage one another.
And some amazing music. So we're going to head out to commercial break. When we come back, you're going to get a little snippet of the win-win situation from Goldie and Dave. They are spectacular. We're going to talk more about it. Talk to Wayne, talk to Gubba Rum, talk to our friend Robin Weiss. We got a lot going
Don't you
on.
have piragua in the house?
And we got
Is that
piragua in the
melted?
house. It's in the freezer.
Ah.
We got Jeremiah's in the house. You ready for some piragua?
Piragua,
The
yeah.
piragua ladies are in the house.
Slick is waiting.
So stay tuned. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Looking for a place to get your ice cream fix? Look no further than Cold Stone Creamery. At Cold Stone, we make our ice cream fresh every single day in store. We have over 20 different ice cream base flavors and over 30 different mix-ins to choose from. We also have plenty of signature creations if you don't want to go ahead and choose your own. To end your creation, you can put it in one of our freshly made waffles. We have ice cream cakes, ice cream sandwiches, milkshakes, smoothies, banana splits, sundaes, and so many other things for you to come check out and enjoy. We are the official ice cream store of the Brooklyn Cafe. Hope to see you soon, and remember, it's always a great day for
Welcome
ice.
to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Proudly distilling out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Lost Harbor Spirits is a true treasure waiting to be discovered. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
Looking for a cool, laid-back space with great people and even better drinks? You can't lose. The Artful Dodger, Boca Raton's hidden gem. A good, old-fashioned local bar is hard to come by, but not anymore. The Artful Dodger is a fun, casual place to sit back and relax. Located at 495 Northeast 20th Street in Boca Raton, you'll find your new favorite bar. The Artful Dodger. We'll see you there.
Barbara Silver has inspired women worldwide for over 30 years with her artistic talents. With a combination of texture, color blocking, and sculpture, this creator of many beauty bestsellers has taken the world by storm with her passion for design and color. Barbara's eclectic style encompasses it all. Bold and brazen, subtle and calming. She is the most well known for her unconventional tools and techniques, including spinning, scraping, and sandpapering. Her textured surfaces and playful resin sculptures can be found in many tasteful private homes in Florida, Connecticut, and New York. Her miraculous compositions are exhibited at the Heart of Delray Gallery, as well as Boca Raton's The Gallery Lounge. For more information, Barbara Silver can be reached at 917-757-0447 or emailed at barbarasilvergallery@gmail.com.
Do you need a strong cup of coffee to get you through your day? Try your very own Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee, the official coffee of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. You can pick up a bag from us, or two. Contact us at 866-224-5422, or just stop on by. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Suite 13. Come on in, grab a bag of our signature Brooklyn Cafe coffee. The cafe doors are always open.
Even though some things are far away, we plan for them ahead of time because they're important. When it comes to your celebration of life, it's really no different. You want to plan ahead now so your family doesn't have to later, and create a service that reflects your values, character, and traditions, no matter what they may be. At Dignity Memorial, we listen to every detail and make sure everyone is remembered.
When your property suffers from water, mold, fire, or biohazard, you need a professional remediation company that is fully licensed, bonded, and insured. Rescue Clean 911 offer 24/7 emergency service with 1-hour response times now in your area. Water, mold, fire, biohazard. Call now 1-833-253-2699.
Handling the hard jobs with a soft touch.
Looking for a cool, laid-back space with great people and even better drinks? You can't lose. The Artful Dodger, Boca Raton's hidden gem. A good, old-fashioned local bar is hard to come by, but not anymore. The Artful Dodger is a fun, casual place to sit back and relax. Located at 495 Northeast 20th Street in Boca Raton, you'll find your new favorite bar. The Artful Dodger. We'll see you there.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
The show is offline.
Who did that?
This is Neil.
We're back.
He says I'm able to see it on
Facebook?
Facebook, but not on your
No, it's on the Facebook, yes.
cafe website.
Not yet.
All right, we'll have to,
fixing
we'll
that.
have
And
to
we're
fix
back.
all of that.
Thank you for letting me know we're on.
Well, there was a rejoiner. And we're back. Happy after hours, everybody. We're having a little bit of wine, a little bit of music, and these ices are, this is Breaking news. Jeremiah's Italian Ice opens its newest location in Boca Raton. That is how I saw them. Actually, it was July 4th, 5th, and I was doing some shopping around town, and I saw, oh, that says Jeremiah's. What could that possibly be? Oh, that would be a good idea. So we had our booking producer called Jeremiah's, and here they are. We've got Lori joining us from Jeremiah's Italian Ice in Boca Raton, right off of Glades and Boca Rio. So we've got not the Piragua man, but we got the Piragua ladies in the house.
Piragua.
Piragua ladies
Now,
in the house.
Slick told me that he was going to do the Piragua dance. So, Slick, where are you?
Yeah, I can't even put my reverb, so.
He can't even. So we've got Lori joining us, Lori Cox, and I think her lovely daughter is with us. Yes, ladies?
Yes.
Tell us about Jeremiah's, because I'm having some orange creamsicle. There's ice cream in here, and I think I'm going to put some Gubba Gold on it to make this even more delicious.
It's pretty yummy, isn't it?
This is delicious. Is this your second location?
So, just so you know, this is our first location. So, Jeremy started the business in 1996. He opened all of Orlando over the past years, and about 2 years ago, he decided to offer franchising. We frequented often, all the kids, I have 4 of them, sporting events and anything else, school functions, everybody, let's go to Jeremiah's. So we ate it all those years, and then right at the end, my daughter worked there for 2 years at the end of high school. So when they offered the franchise opportunity, I said, this is it. This is what I want to do. As a professional in logistics and marketing, I wanted to do something else, right? For the rest of the time, as we talk about, you know, what's left? How can you make a difference? What are you going to do in this world, you know, to not just make a living, but make a life, right? And so I decided it would be a great opportunity to open one and have my kids involved and leave a legacy for them. And bring it to Boca. The reason I decided to bring it to Boca is because all 4 of my children are Owls. They all either graduated from FAU or presently attending FAU. It was a great, you know, I figured, hey, I'm there all the time. This would be great. Let's bring it to Boca. We've been open for 2 weeks, and everybody seems to love us. We're really excited to be a part of the community. We are very philanthropic. We do a lot of ice nights to bring money to schools and to nonprofits, which is very near and dear to my heart, because that's how I started my career, was in nonprofit. And I always said that I was going to bring it back around and go back. So this is a little bit of a way to give back. And we're real excited to be ingrained in the community. Well, and Hallie will tell you a little bit about our product, because she's the professional on it.
Well, we are happy that you're here, and it's so funny because I was there on July 5th, and then I started scrolling through Facebook, and it says, come on out, it's our grand opening, and I'm thinking, wow. Like, what did you say, Goldie? God put you in places? That's the second time that's happened to me. Remember that pizza place was the other place? Mm-hmm. This, Hallie, is so delicious.
Yeah,
There's
so
ice cream in the middle of it?
Yes, so basically our menu, we do Italian ice and then soft serve ice cream. So we have 24 to 26 Italian ice flavors a day in the house. And then we're most popular for our gelati, which is just where we layer the Italian ice in the soft serve. So up here is all of them. So just it goes Italian ice, soft serve, Italian ice, soft serve. We also just started doing layer-ins. So we have rainbow and chocolate sprinkles. We do mini chocolate chips, Oreo crumbles, Biscoff cookie crumbles, things like that. It just seems to be a big hit, especially here, warm weather and stuff. So, yeah.
I'm telling you, because it gets a little warm in our studio here, and I'm thinking this is absolutely delicious. Have you poured Gubba Rub on your strawberry?
Yes, I did.
I think you poured the Gubba Gold on there.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's a treat. We actually, at special times, we actually have buckets, and they're made with an Italian ice. We put a cup in the middle, and we freeze it. Then you bring it home, and you remove the cup, and you add your drink of choice there, whether it's vodka or rum or whatever other treat you'd like to have.
When are those special times? Because I want to order 12.
When do we get that?
We offer it at different times. Actually, I'm going to try and start offering that here in the next couple of months, especially once college is back and tailgating and all the games. I'm sure they're going to love it. Look for us at the games as well. We're going to be serving at FAU. A few of the high schools have asked us to come and serve for their football games as well. So, yeah, keep an eye out for us. We're going to be spreading around town. And here in another month or so, we will also be offering DoorDash and Uber Eats. So that'll be big too. And we have two walk-up windows and a walk-in. So if you don't want to sit inside, you can walk up to the walk-up window and sit outside.
Is there a favorite that you're finding a community favorite?
Yes, so most of our favorites are going to be things like cookie butter, cookies and cream. Mango's a big hit, especially our store chocolate is a really big hit. Back when I worked in Oviedo, Scoop Frog is a big one as well. Scoop Froggy Frog is our mint chocolate chip. That one pairs really well with like Swirls soft serve. But basically just like the classics, so like orange smash, mango, strawberry. Most of the ones we bought today are all of our most popular flavors. But most of them I would say, are a big hit. So.
And what is in it? We've been teasing about In the Heights, in the Piragua Man. We've been teasing Freddie for months about this already. So here you guys are, the Italian Ice Piragua ladies. What is an Italian ice? What is that made of?
So it's a water-based dessert. So basically, the Italian ice is going to be creamier, smoother than traditional. Snow cones.
Shaved ice.
It's
very different.
It's different than shaved ice in the sense where it's going to be smoother, things like that, but it is a water-based. It's mostly just sugar and water frozen. So when we pair it with ice cream,
it's not like an Italian icy either. It has a smoother taste to it. And then the ice cream is smooth. So it's like, it's not like an Italian icy. Up in New York, we used to have Italian ices and they were harsher. This is like real.
I don't like icy ice cream.
I gotta tell you something. This and the donut people, I'm set for life.
Can you imagine putting like a mini donut world with this?
I don't gotta do nothing. I'm gonna give you a bucket with a large glass. I'm gonna say,
well, these are only smalls. You can come and have a large. You could have a quart as well. So you come and see us, and we'll give you as much as you need.
And we do half gallons as well. They do stay really well in the freezer.
Now you got my business. You get a half gallon. You throw a poop on.
Yeah, they stay very well in the freezer, so people love to get half gallons and then just over the week and stuff like that, eat that. And the half gallon is our buckets that she was talking about. That's a big thing for Cinco de Mayo. We have mango margarita flavor. So it's just our normal mango ice mixed with a little bit of margarita flavoring. And like she was saying, you can add tequila and other alcohol to that to make it like a little treat. But you were mentioning how it's really smooth. It's just the way we prepare it. We always make sure that the quality and consistency is really well before we serve it. So like you were saying, a lot of Italian ice places, there'll be a lot of chunks and a lot of the flavoring will fall to the bottom of the bucket. But just the way that we prepare it, we make sure that the whole bucket has the same flavoring throughout.
You're 100% correct, because in the day we used to take the Italian ice and we used to turn it upside down.
Yes, I'm from New York as well. That was the best way to eat it. You ate it upside down.
It was
absolutely.
On the bottom. All the good stuff is at the bottom.
So now we ensure that all the good stuff is through it all throughout the day. We run a tight ship. Everything is very well maintained throughout the day to maintain the flavor, the consistency, the color. So you will always receive an Italian ice that is perfect, the perfect layering.
I gotta tell you, it brings back memories when I was in the Bronx.
The icy brings back memories, but I love what she said about how do we give back on the next stage of life, and that's a whole nother women empowerment segment that we do. So I love the fact, of course I do, that Jeremiah's is, I'm assuming, a women-owned business in Boca Raton.
So it is. I own it. I wanted to do this independently on my own. My future husband supports me 100% in that, but I also do it with my children. So Hallie is my only daughter. I have 3 boys as well. And so she and my third son run it, and they do an amazing job. They are fabulous, and we've told them how great it is. My son is a senior in college, and Hallie is going to be a sophomore in college here. And we said, you are learning so much more hands-on about business than you could in class. You could probably teach it here at some point. But I wanted it to be their business, and I wanted to be something that I could, you know, leave behind for them. And we are planning on opening another one coming up here, you know, within the next couple of years. So, you know, be on the lookout for that as well.
And where is it located?
So right now we're located in Lakeside Center. We're on the corner of Glades and the Turnpike. The center has Publix Greenwise, TJ Maxx, Home Goods, and we're located right up front there. We're open from noon to 11 o'clock every day. So, and believe it or not, we have people there lined up at 10:45 at night, every night. So
Now that is the best. To have
Yes.
people lined up, you gotta film that.
they are loving it, and we appreciate the warm welcome here to Boca. Thank you so much, and how much everybody's loving it, and the reviews we're getting, and you know, being invited here today. We appreciate that, because we really want to ingrain ourselves here in the Boca community.
We've got a great product, and people know Jeremiah's, and just so by happenstance, I happened to see it that day, and which was fantastic, and here they are.
You made it
Piragua.
happen.
Piragua ladies.
But
Piragua.
no, they're not piraguas.
They're not, I know.
No,
They're Boca
are-
Piragua.
No, this is. I'm gonna show you the difference, but this is a whole lot nicer.
With a little bit of ice cream in it?
With a little bit of everything. This has magical powers. Yes, what?
All right,
yes,
speaking of magical
Steve.
powers, can we bring Steve Gubba on? Because Steve, I think we found a new home for Gubba Gold and Gubba Silver. So we'll take off the lower thirds, we'll bring Steve over. What do you guys think?
Hey, Slick.
Good?
I hated it.
Can you get me the nip from Steve?
I took them out. I guess I didn't bring them over here. They're in the back next to the printer.
This
Yeah,
is
Wayne
when those
finished
half
his.
gallons and those quarts come in handy to keep in your freezer and make yourself a little slushy every night, a little happy hour drink,
I
see?
tell you, I want to be happy all the time. Steve, how are you?
Good morning. I'm still here.
I'm glad to see
Good
that. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm glad to see it too. Believe me. Well, I'm still kind of sore and still kind of achy, but on the road to recovery, and it's a slow one. It's going to take several more weeks.
Well, you look
and
pretty good
more.
for a sick guy. I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah, well, I'll see.
You look terrific.
You didn't see me this morning. I wasn't so great, but no, I'm feeling better. I was able to
Drink the rest.
go for 4 walks yesterday for a total of 2 miles, which maybe doesn't sound like much, but when they cracked your chest open 12 days ago and you can do that 12 days later, that's not so bad.
You look
And,
great.
hey,
I'm
Freddie.
so happy you're here. You gonna put the gold or the
Yeah,
silver?
I'm happy. Believe me, I'm happy I'm here too. Hey, listen, a creamsicle with Gubba Gold, vanilla.
Gubba Gold?
and-
That's the question we're having right now. Gold or silver?
Absolutely. One of my favorite things is a creamsicle, the orange and the vanilla with the vanilla rum. Fantastic flavor. Love it.
We're gonna do it right now.
I gotta tell you something.
Cheers.
I got the sister bottle.
Any bottle
Yeah.
will do.
Because this was too small. But this
Well,
is
that's the baby brother.
So can you imagine actually doing like a half gallon of their ices and then filling the hole with Gubba Gold?
Yes, as a matter of fact, yes, I can.
Right?
Now, you haven't tried
Yeah, no,
this stuff, right?
The Italian ices sound fabulous. They really do.
What's Slick?
Needs a little bit more.
I mean, if you have either the creamsicle, which is always one of my favorites, if you have a coconut Italian ice, our silver rum, the coconut rum is also going to be great.
It's like a
fabulous.
root beer float with Gubba Gold.
Hey, Slick.
That works for me too. That works for me.
Oh, you'll like this.
I already had some.
You put some gold in yours?
I put this stuff. Slick.
I could use Italian ice. It would be very medicinal.
This goes really well with smooth ice. Yeah.
We're going to let everyone taste some of the Gubba Gold and Gubba Silver.
This is unbelievable. I mean, this goes with a straw. That's how good it is.
Want to try some?
Yes.
No, you want to have some?
Yes, I just.
It kind of melted, so just drink it. How do you like that?
Wow. Steve, you used to hang out in the corner, huh? You little Gubba.
Oh, yeah.
You little Gubba, do you?
Excuse me.
So that's the Gubba Gold in the. This is the orange
Wow, that is
creamsicle
really
from
good.
Jeremiah's. Wow.
I'll come back. I'll come back for some Italian ice when I get back.
My mouth on
Absolutely.
this one.
So you can taste.
So Steve, we've missed you the past couple weeks. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, it's coming along, Dawn. It's a slow process, and it's not easy.
You look fantastic,
But
though.
I'm going to be. I'll be back. You know, I didn't have anything, no permanent damage, so they tell me, and I'll get back. I'll be okay. Bottom line is, I'll be okay. 2 to 3 months, I'll be okay.
And for those of you that didn't know, Steve just went through a quadruple bypass surgery. Yep. And it's
2 weeks
Steve
ago.
has been.
It'll be
with
2
us-
weeks, what, Sunday, I think. So you're doing amazing, Steve.
Thank you, Dawn. Yeah, 2 weeks this Sunday.
And he's been with us. He's been with us. Yes, he's been with us since the very beginning, like Wayne has. I'm
good.
He's been a big supporter, and he's helped us get through all of this. And he got sick on us 2 weeks ago. We didn't hear from him because normally he does.
He did. He actually called us on Saturday, and he left a message,
On
and
the way to
I
the-
called you, and I thought, holy smokes,
Go
what would you
away.
like, Slick? Slick wants some more gubba. But, I mean, it hasn't even been 2 weeks, Steven. You know, thank goodness you are doing well.
Yeah, I'm a particularly lucky guy, and I'm a very thankful guy. Luckily, I was able. I recognized some symptoms 2 weeks ago, and my wife and I had said emergency room time, and that was it, right in.
So let us know where people can find the Gubba Gold and the Gubba Silver in our local area in South Florida.
Well, most local to you, of course, is Boca Liquors on I want to say 1900 Yamato, but it might be 1200 Yamato. There is Black Tie Liquors up on Jog Road in Lake Worth, Oceans Liquors in Fort Lauderdale, Primo Liquors on Sterling Road in Fort Lauderdale, down in Miami, Flagami Liquors at the corner of Northwest 37th and 7th, and Big Game Liquors, 42nd Avenue, Lejeune, just south of the airport. And actually just got off the phone with the owner of Gatsby's Joint on East Commercial Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale. Terrific club, really, if you're looking for some great cocktails, a lot of fun, great music, great place to go. So there are just a few of the places that, of course, the Artful Dodger is carrying Gubba Rum, and we're thrilled to be working with them. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody else. My brain is not 100% on it. Now I have an excuse.
And Steve, people are asking me, are you selling the nips now?
We're not selling the nips yet. We will be, because we will be doing another production run very soon. And when we do that production run, we will be bottling the nips.
The nips.
The nips. But you can
The
find
nips.
it
Right now,
locally.
there's samples on them. I'm sorry?
Everyone can find it locally since our airing listening areas from North Miami to Jensen Beach. So you've got all the way in Miami. We've got Fort Lauderdale with Monty at Oceans, and up here in Boca, and up in Lake Worth, we're at Black Tie.
That's right. Also, one other I forgot is Cellars Fine Wines, CELLARS, on North Federal Highway, 11656 North Federal Highway, opposite, I forget the name of the restaurant. It's a public shopping center on North Federal Highway. Like what else is new? But they have it as well.
Well, I'm glad you're really doing well. And we've got Wayne here, and I guess we didn't even tell, it really wasn't our story to tell about how you were feeling, but Wayne went, what?
Well, it's at this point, believe me, I have no reason, nothing. It's not a secret. I had a heart attack on July 1st, apparently, and 4 days later they put me into surgery. I had a 7-hour surgery. Can you imagine that? For a quadruple bypass, and it worked, and that's that. And I'm moving forward, so I'm doing well. I'm doing really well.
Well, thankfully your family was with you when they had the heart attack. When I got your message, I thought, he tells me he has chest pain. Somehow between chest pain and a heart attack, it becomes a whole lot more serious when you actually hear those words.
Yeah, what's ironic in a way is that you see people having heart attacks on TV and in the movies, That's not what it is, unless it's a very major heart attack, which is not what I had. You know, you feel pressure in your chest, and if you're smart enough, you recognize it as being the danger sign, and you get yourself into a hospital so they can figure out what to do. And that was my situation. It was just chest pain. I wasn't doubled over and dying and in agony. It wasn't like that. But when they say to you, you've got to have a quadruple bypass, you say, okay, because there's no long, when you're in my situation or the situation I was in, there is no long-term viable alternative. And you got to do it. And that's all there is to it. And, I would never wish this on anybody. It's a big deal.
It's a huge deal, but you look terrific, and I'm so glad you're
Thank
doing
you.
well. And we miss you. If there's anything we can do, always let us know.
Save me a creamsicle.
You know, when you come down here, we'll go to Jeremiah's, we'll get you a fresh one.
You got a deal.
Feel good, get some rest, Steve. We appreciate you joining us
Thank you very
today.
much. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Go
We'll
get
be in
some
touch.
rest. Have a great weekend. Stay safe.
He looks pretty nice.
He looks fantastic.
That's what Wayne says. He looks pretty good for a sick guy.
He does, right, Wayne?
Looks better than before.
Coming from Wayne from Dignity Memorial, Southeast Florida.
Anytime Wayne says you look better than before, it's a good thing.
I know, the icicle was spectacular. You liked it? Which one did you have, Wayne?
I'm not sure what it was, but it was nice. I think it tasted like graham crackers, maybe.
Cookie butter.
Oh, okay.
Cookie butter.
Very nice.
It's
Very
made with
nice.
Biscoff cookies.
And then you could even we have a peanut butter, and you mix it with the chocolate.
Believe me,
soft
I'm
serve,
going to
and
be
it's
there.
like
I'm going
a
to try
Reese's.
everything you got. Don't worry.
You can mix our
to me.
scoop froggy
Yeah.
frog with the
Add
chocolate.
me.
It's like a mint cookie. I mean, we have lots of ideas that we mix for you, and you'll be so surprised.
Okay, I'm there.
Yeah.
Let's take a commercial break, and then we come back and talk to Wayne.
Okay.
So let's have Goldie take us out. We're gonna go to 3. Let's go to camera 3 to take us out.
Yep.
And Slick, we need some music and mics wherever you are.
We're going to have the win-win take us out to commercial break as soon as someone gets them a mic. And but otherwise, you and I will just keep chatting, I guess, until we do that.
Until we do that.
You can find us on WWNN 95.3 FM, 96.9 FM, and 1470 AM. Part of what we get to do is network our network and be part of the business hour now on WNN at 4 o'clock, Monday through Fridays, which has been really exciting. So a huge shout out to Jody and the board ops for giving us the opportunity to do that this week.
That's right. You know what? When you hear a show on WNN, call in and tell them. I'm pretty sure all the hosts, everybody's doing it now. Everybody's talking about that WNN is the #1 radio, the only talk radio in Boca. Why not take advantage of it? We're going to be having some networking parties up there as well. These things do work. It's a good idea to get your business out there. You can come here in the midday, go there at night.
Have some Gubba and some Jeremiah's, and
then
you're
you
good
can
to
go
go.
anywhere. Follow Wayne anywhere.
You guys ready to roll? All right, we're going to have the win-win situation take
Going
us
to
out.
3.
Stay tuned. Camera 3. The camera's not on them, Slick.
No camera on 3.
So we're going to keep rolling and do that. And there's the doorbell. It's definitely a busy Friday after hours event here.
Maybe Kenny, can you open that door?
Kenny, can you answer the door for us, please?
Maybe not.
I don't know if he hears us. All right, we're going to...
We got another guest to open the door.
Oh, no.
The guest opens the door and they win a bag of coffee.
All right, let's take it out to commercial break.
Yes.
A little rock around the clock.
Jack of all trades.
E-flat alto saxophone. And Dave Wynn joining me here.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're going to rock around the clock tonight. Play. We're going to rock around the clock tonight. We're going to rock till broad daylight. Going to rock all around the clock tonight. Play it, girl. We're going to rock around the clock tonight. We're going to rock till broad daylight. Going to rock all around the clock tonight. Yeah. gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. Gonna rock all around the clock tonight. Play, pretty girl. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. Gonna rock all around the clock tonight. 2, 3, 4. Yeah! Goldie Wynn on the E-flat alto saxophone.
Looking for a place to get your ice cream fix? Look no further than Cold Stone Creamery. At Cold Stone, we make our ice cream fresh every single day in store. We have over 20 different ice cream base flavors and over 30 different mix-ins to choose from. We also have plenty of signature creations if you don't want to go ahead and choose your own. To end your creation, you can put it in one of our freshly made waffles. We have ice cream cakes, ice cream sandwiches, milkshakes, smoothies, banana splits, sundaes, and so many other things for you to come check out and enjoy. We are the official ice cream store of the Brooklyn Cafe. Hope to see you soon, and remember, it's always a great day for ice cream.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Proudly distilling out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Lost Harbor Spirits is a true treasure waiting to be discovered. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
Hi friends, it's Bree and Allie from Kids and Capes. Tune in Saturday mornings on the Brooklyn Cafe Kids Television Network at 10 o'clock, where we share fun and ideas. And remember, peace, love, and kindness.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
AMP2 TV and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They have been working around the clock, non-stop, to promote over 500 shows and businesses reaching all over South Florida. With added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio, it has never been easier to get your voice heard by millions of listeners. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact AMP2 TV at 866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422.
Attention Florida residents. Is constant water damage from the elements putting holes in your pipes and your wallet? We cut the cost when disaster strikes. You deserve to have your house be a home again. At Triumph, we get you paid the most for your insurance claims. Broken pipes, water damage, and mold? Triumph Consulting covers it all. Call our offices now to qualify for a free house inspection at 954-669-4935 or visit www.wegetYouPaid.com.
Even though some things are far away, we plan for them ahead of time because they're important. When it comes to your celebration of life, it's really no different. You want to plan ahead now so your family doesn't have to later, and create a service that reflects your values, character, and traditions, no matter what they may be. At Dignity Memorial, we listen to every detail and make sure everyone is remembered.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie.
And we're back. Let them network, let them do their thing. That's what we.
And we
that's
are
what it's
back
all here.
at the Brooklyn Cafe Show after hours. They're saying Jeremiah's is the best they have ever had. There's a line in the back.
Standing room
We got
only,
standing room
Jeremiah's.
only back there. People are passing out their cards and. Slick, what'd you spill over there?
What you spill, Slick? Yes, you did. You
Oh,
spilled
okay.
it?
We saw you cleaning. That's all good. So everyone gets a little bit of networking here, some Italian ice, some Gubba Gold, some Gubba Silver. We've got Jeremiah's in the house, which is located on the Turnpike and Glades Road in Lakeside Center.
And we have to talk to Wayne. Wayne, you have those papers to sign so that everybody can be part of the gang? You have the papers to sign? You do, okay.
We're going to zoom in on Wayne. Wayne's
zoom-
been hanging out with us for a little. All right, so let's just let everyone know that we're back on air, Dan, so we can lower the level. There you go.
All right, and we're back. And here we go. All right, and we're back. Yes, that's good. I like to hear the chatter, because when there's chatter, good things are happening.
And then everyone sits back down. And there you have it.
Don't worry, you got a little bit more to do, and then you can chatter away until the next set. Then you gotta.
Everyone is loving the Italian ice. Wayne, I'm glad you're with us today.
I am too. I love ice cream.
He's got a whole notepad
And
with him,
alcohol.
which I guess is good or not so good. I don't know. I never see Wayne with notes.
So Wayne, what do you got in your
Yeah,
in your
so
notes?
just for new listeners, I'm with Dignity Memorial. We're the largest funeral, cremation, and cemetery network in the country. We have 250 locations here in South Florida, or in Florida, and about 2,800 nationwide. So we do the obvious. I've had a rough week. I've helped six families this week with imminent deaths, which is not nice. And I just want to say to everybody who's listening, please don't do that. Please don't wait. Please don't put your family in that situation. It's rough for everybody, and there's a better way. We're desperate to kind of get the information out that you really need to prearrange. Everybody in this room, everybody listening, unfortunately, is going to need our services sooner or later, hopefully later. Statistically speaking, we're the largest provider, so likely you'll be our customer sometime in the future, hopefully not anytime soon. I know it's a downer. No one wants to think about dying. But we just encourage you to do that because we know that you love your family and you want to make that horrible day quite a lot better for them. And I do this day in and day out, and of course we help in those situations where someone is about to pass away or they have passed away, and we try to make that as easy as we can. We know the best way for you to make that as easy as you can for your family is to prearrange your own. Make your own arrangements, prearrange those well in advance, ideally decades in advance. So if something happens unexpectedly, your family's not caught off guard, but even if you do live long, happy, healthy life, which we wish everyone will, then those things are in place, and there's a lot of benefits there. I just want to throw out some numbers for you, and that's what the pad is. Anyone want to guess what the average cost of a funeral today is for burial? Anyone have an idea, the average cost? 5,000, 10,000. Okay, it's just about 9,500. So I'm going to round this up to 10,000. So let's look at a $10,000 current price for an average funeral for burial. The big savings that we can offer is when you prearrange, you lock in those prices and you're avoiding all future cost inflation. I have some data here. A 60-year-old female, what do you think is the estimated age of death using the Social Security mortality tables? Anyone want to guess? A 60-year-old female now, What's the average expected age of death?
83.
83. Very close. 84.
Okay.
So, Dawn, that's good. So, that $10,000 funeral today for that 60-year-old, if she lives to be 84, we expect that to be $29,350 if she does not prearrange.
Now that's just the funeral. That's not even the
just the funeral.
burial, right?
That's just the funeral. We'll talk about cemetery in a second. So by prearranging that 60-year-old, if you prearrange today, we can lock in the price for $10,000. That can never go up for your family. You're going to save almost $20,000 if you live to be 84. Hopefully you live longer than that. If not, still those arrangements are in place. That's the huge cost savings. A 50-year-old female, same thing. Got $10,000 funeral in place. Expected age of death?
It's still not 84?
It's 83. It goes down.
Oh, okay.
So we're living shorter. So 83. If she lives to be 83, that $10,000 funeral is expected to be
$35,000.
$43,000.
Wow.
All right? So this is really the message I really want to scream to everyone saying, I don't want to think about this. I've got time. I'm healthy. I'll worry about this later. You're losing those cost savings. So the earlier you do it, the better. 40-year-old female. Same thing. $10,000 funeral today. Doesn't matter. It's hopefully decades in advance. Average age of death for a 40-year-old female is 82. It goes down, all right? But still, 82. That $10,000 funeral today, if she lives to be 82, is
52.
$64,000.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, so if you want to save your family potentially over 50 grand by prearranging your plan today for a 40-year-old female, I think that's probably a pretty good idea.
Wow.
It's future-proof in our network. It goes anywhere you move to. So if you leave the state, it transfers to any other Dignity Memorial location, and you don't have to pay that full 10 grand today. We have various payment plans on offer. For example, we can do a 5-year payment plan with payment protection. So we can do that monthly payment. If, heaven forbid, something were to happen to you before the end of that 5-year period, before that's paid off, it basically includes term life insurance policy to cover the balance of that $10,000 plan, so your family have nothing to pay. We can include that, plus our travel protection plan, which means if you're traveling away from home, the worst thing were to happen, you were to pass away, it gets your body back home. All of that's included for again, that 60-year-old female. Guess how much the monthly cost would be? Anyone? $233. So for $233, we can lock in that $10,000 plan. There's no future cost increases for you. You're completely covered, even if you're hit by a bus or something unexpectedly, that's covered. For a man, it's a little bit more. It's about $10 more a month. We can also do a 10-year plan, so it'd be less per month, or we can do it without that protection, so you're just paying off 0% interest. So we can make this affordable. A lot of people just really avoid having the conversation. They want to think about it. They put it off. And I'm just saying to people, please get the information. You'll be surprised how affordable it is. The cost, the savings that you're definitely locking in. It's future-proof throughout our network. Please do it. Please do it. Because everyone needs it. There isn't any way around it. I saw a great meme on Facebook recently. It said, mortality rate over the last 5,000 years, 100%. All right? There's no avoiding it. So please do that. Through the show, we have the Dignity Memorial Funeral Benefit Program. You get a 10% discount on today's prices on top of this. So if you're part of any group, organization, church, business, you can join this for free. It gives dedicated discounts to a funeral. If someone dies, we can give you a discount or discount for prearrangement, cemetery purchase for your employees, their spouse, both of their parents, grandparents, anywhere in our network, even in another city, another state. An average cremation funeral cost around $7,000. Okay, it's less. Again, the payments are around, for someone who is $165 a month. All locked in, you're good to go. A basic cremation plan. So we're just picking you up, you're doing the cremation, returning the remains to the family. $75, guys. So I just plead with you, you can afford to get something in place. And you don't need to do it everything. You can plan quite an elaborate celebration, plan, get everything in place. We can lock in all of the prices in there. Those can never go up for your family. We can spread out the payments, so you can have a pretty grand send-off, is what we recommend. But even if that's difficult, we say, at least put the basics in place. At least if you know you want to be buried or cremated, we can at least get the basics in place, so if something does happen unexpectedly, at least that's covered. Your family's not struggling to make those decisions for you. You can always add stuff later. Okay, so that's really my message today is please don't put it off.
You've had a
It's
rough
really
week,
is
I
affordable. You know, you can get that in place and enjoy the rest of your life carefree. You don't need to worry about it in case something happens.
It's true.
And if nothing else I've learned from doing this, shit happens. You don't know when your end date is. Everyone thinks it's or hopes it's going to be later, and that's not a guarantee.
True that.
So we just encourage you. Unfortunately, it's something that we all need. Just learn about it. That's all we're asking. Meet with us, get the details. You'll be surprised how little it costs to get things in place for you and your family.
And how easy it is to have the conversation with Wayne. We've done it. We talk about it every week. You did it. I did it. All done and in place. And it's affordable to do it. And I think, I'm sitting here thinking about that 56-year-old woman. Here I am smack in the middle of that. And if I were to live until 83, 84 with no pre-planning, it would cost my family just for the funeral $40,000. That's not even including the cemetery or cremation, whatever another side of that is. So you're looking at almost $80,000 that you could put something in place now for a fraction of the
Prices
cost.
are doubling every 7 to 10 years.
And we know that because I put my plan in place with you on a Friday, and that Tuesday, you knew it was going up. It went up $3,000. So I locked it in place at that point. And I know it sounds like it's, we're just trying to sell you. We're not. We're just trying to make this better for you because all those people in Surfside, all those souls that were lost, they didn't think. They were sleeping in the middle of the night. And now, on top of all that tragedy now, if they don't have something in place, and I'm sure many of these young people didn't, you have to now deal with that also.
Yep, things happen. It isn't you call it, it does happen. Better to be prepared for your family. If you don't do it for yourself, do it for them.
Always.
And you know something, again, and I bring the story up every time I see Wayne. When my mother died, I didn't expect that either. And she died during the hurricane, and it was Dignity Memorial that was there for her. Because Puerto Rico didn't have anything when I flew out there. We didn't have power, we didn't have nothing.
Yep.
And they still said, don't worry about it, Freddie, we're gonna take care of Mom, and they did that. And that, again, I've always told Wayne, I tip my hat, and they got a blue chip with me because they did something for me in one of the worst times in my life. And trust me when I tell you that. It's not a guilt. Don't do it if you don't want to do it, but talking to the man doesn't cost you anything. And it's funny because it happened again. I had a husband and wife, spoke to the wife, and she told the husband, we got to talk to him. And he says, oh, no. I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about that. And it's usually the guys that don't want to do it.
Yeah, and if your spouse doesn't want to talk to you about it, if your parents don't want to talk to you about it, it's going to be your responsibility when something happens. You can put a plan in place for them, just to make your own life easier.
And you can put a plan in place for you. I did it because Chuck won't talk about it.
Definitely do your own. If your husband or your spouse or your parents won't do it, just say, look, if you don't do it, I'm going to do it for you because I don't want that burden on me on that day. I want my life to be a bit easier on that day. We can help you do that as well.
I found out when my sons just saying they were going to cremate me.
Yeah.
At dinner. They're having dinner, and they said, yeah, Dad, when you die, we're going to cremate you. I said, you're going to what? You're going to cremate you. Who told you to do that? Well,
they don't want to pay for it, they said.
And I said, okay, you know what? I'll take care of it. I ain't being cremated. That's not what I want. I never wanted that. My mother never wanted it. My dad never wanted that. You're not going to cremate. I said, why don't you just put me by the back of the tree, put me face down or something. Get out of here. And that's when I met Wayne.
Yep.
Either you, what is it? You get or you get got.
Get or get
you
got.
don't want to do something or they have other plans for you. Ask.
Just get the information from Wayne.
No,
It's so
ask.
easy.
I'm kind of curious. Ask what would happen to you today, what your loved ones are planning on doing with you.
I think mine would all look at me with this blank stare of, Mom, how can you ask that question?
Yeah, right. That's because they know you've taken care of it. But before that was, I don't know, Mom.
Imagine me telling them I took care of
Put you in a can
it.
of spaghetti or something.
Put me in a can of Tinkerbell dust, right?
It's a sobering thought, but I just encourage people to think about if something happened to you today driving home, you got hit by a
Could you get
car,
back in the
or
camera?
something happened. Think about who's going to be most affected by you. And wouldn't you make that easier on them? I'm telling you, you can. You can put that in place so if something happens unexpectedly, or best case scenario, you do live to be 80, 90, I helped a 107-year-old last month, then things are in place, and that day is always going to be a horrible day, but it's so much easier when we have people come in, they have a loved one that's passed away, and they have pre-arrangements in place. They're in and out in half an hour.
It's slick.
It's pretty quick compared to those who don't have pre-arrangements in place. The poor family members are there 3, sometimes 4 hours, making those decisions and paying the highest possible price. So I'm just saying, there is a better way. I know no one likes to think about it, but we are all mortal. It's going to happen. If you have a retirement plan, if you have life insurance, if you have a will, you've already made some plans. Why wouldn't you plan your funeral? Because it's part of that, and it really needs to be taken care of.
Well, plan your legacy. Don't even call it a funeral. You want to be remembered the way you want to be remembered. If you're going to go out with a bang, go out with a bang. Just do it your way.
Anyway, please give me a call. I'm happy to help any way I can. I'm just going to run
That's
through the
my camera.
information through you, whether you decide to put things in place or not. I just really want you to have that information so you make an informed decision. We give you a personal planning guide. It's a guide where you can at least write down what your wishes are, so your family's at least not struggling trying to guess what you would have wanted if you had put things in place. If nothing else, please do that for your family, so they're not guessing there. But ideally, it's so affordable to put something in place, have that set just in case something happens unexpectedly. And whatever the case, you're going to be saving your family a lot of money.
Give Wayne a call, 561-654-9000, or give him a text. Very important. You've had a rough week, I see.
It has been rough. Yeah, it's been emotional, and I get affected by that. I enjoy helping people, but it's rough to help those imminent cases. And unfortunately, this week there's been a lot. So I just want to say, there's a better way. Please don't do that to your family.
And Wayne's always got such a great heart, and his partner Jackie Green as well. For any woman that wants to speak to a woman, if you want to, he'll get you in touch with Jackie Green, who did our ladies' night here a couple weeks ago.
True that. It's all good stuff. Continuing.
Let's go to commercial break.
Are we?
Let's get this party started.
Okay.
I think it's time. What do you think?
I don't know, we're going to start dancing?
You never know. We might need another drink.
Dawn's gonna dance.
I think Wayne needs another drink is what I think. Or he needs another icy.
We need
Wayne's had a
icy.
week. We've had a week.
I'm going to tell you, that icy thing mellow you out.
This was, you
put
think so?
this with
That's because you
icy?
put the cup of gold in it.
I am so mellow. Even my camera, I was out of camera for like the whole show.
I know. I realized that you weren't even there.
That's because you're more mellow than me, baby.
All right, let's take a commercial break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Amp Media Productions and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They've been working around the clock, nonstop, to promote over 500 shows and businesses with added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422.
Hi friends, it's Green and Allie from Kids and Capes. Tune in Saturday mornings on the Brooklyn Cafe Kids Television Network at 10 o'clock, where we share fun and ideas. And remember, peace, love, and kindness.
Hi, I'm Tracy McDonough, owner and founder of Healing Moments. Healing Moments is a healing playroom, a mind, body, spirit center. Our service is love and compassion, and the environment is soothing, peaceful, and inviting. Every area is designed for healing and peace. We deliver services such as massage therapy or lymphatic drainage, energy healing and Reiki, chakra balancing, physical vascular therapy for circulation and pain, vibrational medicine using frequencies and oils, and music in order to calm and relax your mind, body, and spirit. We also offer detoxification services using infrared sauna, ionic foot baths, and power plates. All of our modalities are designed to reduce stress, anxiety, induce relaxation, relieve pain, and provide detoxification and inflammation reduction for optimal healing and wellness.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
When your property suffers from water, mold, fire, or biohazard, you need a professional remediation company that is fully licensed, bonded, and insured. Rescue Clean 911 offer 24/7 emergency service with 1-hour response times now in your area. Water, mold, fire, biohazard. Call now 1-833-253-2699.
Handling the hard jobs with a soft touch.
Do you need a strong cup of coffee to get you through your day? Try your very own Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee, the official coffee of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. You can pick up a bag from us, or two. Contact us at 866-224-5422, or just stop on by. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Suite 13. Come on in, grab a bag of our signature Brooklyn Cafe coffee. The cafe doors are always open.
Looking for a cool, laid-back space with great people and even better drinks? You can't lose. The Artful Dodger, Boca Raton's hidden gem. A good, old-fashioned local bar is hard to come by, but not anymore. The Artful Dodger is a fun, casual place to sit back and relax. Located at 495 Northeast 20th Street in Boca Raton, you'll find your new favorite bar. The Artful Dodger. We'll see you there.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference.
Even though some things are far away, we plan for them ahead of time because they're important. When it comes to your celebration of life, it's really no different. You want to plan ahead now so your family doesn't have to later, and create a service that reflects your values, character, and traditions, no matter what they may be. At Dignity Memorial, we listen to every detail and make sure everyone is remembered.
Barbara Silver has inspired women worldwide for over 30 years with her artistic talents. With a combination of texture, color blocking, and sculpture, this creator of many beauty bestsellers has taken the world by storm with her passion for design and color. Barbara's eclectic style encompasses it all. Bold and brazen, subtle and calming. She is the most well known for her unconventional tools and techniques, including spinning, scraping, and sandpapering. Her textured surfaces and playful resin sculptures can be found in many tasteful private homes in Florida, Connecticut, and New York. Her miraculous compositions are exhibited at the heart of Delray Gallery, as well as Boca Raton's The Gallery Lounge. For more information, Barbara Silver can be reached at 917-757-0447 or emailed at barbarasilvergallery@gmail.com.
AMP2 TV and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They have been working around the clock, nonstop, to promote over 500 shows and businesses reaching all over South Florida. With added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio, it has never been easier to get your voice heard by millions of listeners. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact AMP2 TV at 866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn.
All right, let's get them all in. Here we go.
Let's go. Ready? This is like rapid round. It's like a rapid fire
round.
game show round.
Let's go to camera 2 so we can talk to Gina real quick.
We've got Gina Presser joining us, our new artist here at the Brooklyn Cafe Show, and this pineapple creator, which is so lovely. So welcome, Gina.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So I'm glad you're here. I mean, I'm not glad you're here because I guess your eyes are making you crazy, but I'm glad you're here joining us.
Thank you.
Cracker Barrel took me out of the shot again.
No, I just think it's when they do the two-shot. Somehow you're a little... Oh, tell us about what you do and how you do it.
Basically, I'm a painter. I also do pottery. I teach classes. I have some of my work here at the gallery, so please stop by. And right now it's Christmas in July, so everything is half price. So that'll be for the month of July. And I've always been an artist ever since I was little, since I can remember. And that's my passion. I love to create art.
And this pineapple is one of your pieces, and I know you just sold your wine glass painting today.
Yes.
So congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank you.
That came in, and people couldn't wait. I would say dying, but Wayne's here. People couldn't wait to buy that. So thank you for coming back and signing that.
Oh.
The pottery piece, and people can work with you for corporate events and team building also.
Yes, corporate events and team building. I do events through churches, like women's nights. I do birthday parties for children. You name it. I can help you create your artistic dream.
And how do people reach you?
Well, there's two ways, both by email right now. The first one is livinglifeartfully@gmail or GinaBellaArtist@gmail.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And on camera 3, they've been doing a whole lot of networking here when we are off the air, on the air. See what happens when we do that? Then
Yeah,
you're
but
kinda
go to
off.
3. Let's go to 3 on the split.
Let's go to camera 3, and we've got Vitality Spa and our good friend Robin Weiss.
Wobbin. That's
Wobbin Weiss, you're cutting me off is all I can say. No more gubba for me.
So we got Laser.
Hi, good to see you.
Who do we have with us? Miriam?
Yes, we got laser.
We got Laser. Well, welcome back. Tell us about Vitality Spa.
Thank you. So Vitality Spa is, we have our spa here in Boca Raton on Yamato Road, on the corner of 2nd Avenue. In the same plaza, we have a Panera Bread and CVS, and you do everything for your skin and for your body. And we also now expand in franchise. So we are doing a really, really nice change right now. So we are happy, and we are here to let everybody know and invite everybody to visit us.
Right here on the street on Yamato and 2nd Avenue, very close to our studio. We're going to send the girls out.
And there's also franchising availability for them. So if you want to franchise in that field, contact them. They're doing it as they speak. I was shocked to hear that yesterday.
Franchise opportunities. And you're sitting next to our good friend Robin Weiss. Somehow my wand ended up back into the creator's hands.
I'm just borrowing it. You're going to get it right back. I made this for you a long time ago.
Robin, talk into your microphone, not into the one.
Hi, it's great to be back. I missed you guys so much. I am now running a Facebook group that's soon to hit 2,000 people. And in our group, we have a bunch of rhinestone artists from all over the world. And I've been performing this craft for 14 years. I apply rhinestones, Swarovski crystals, glass rhinestones to everything and anything. And I've created the fastest system in the world. I've invented my own pickup stick, and I have my own supply company. And anybody who's interested in this craft, it actually helps lift serotonin. It gets you out of depression. It's the best therapy. I call it sparkle therapy. And I am doing this full time now. And I'm very, very happy and excited to be living my dream.
And Robin is always full of energy. All the way
I'm
in from
always full
North
of
Carolina. Parkland, North Carolina, and back to here.
Thank you so much
We
for
also
having me.
have 2. Steg, I need you on the camera. You got to move 3 over
happened
to
to
the
Dan?
whites. I don't know. Dan disappeared. It's a good thing you told Dan to stay by the
I'm glad
camera.
I told Dan to stay by the camera.
We have 2 friends.
The name of my Facebook group is called Real Housewives of Bling, BLING, and it is free for anyone who wants to learn about this craft.
Awesome. Thank you, Robin. She's got almost 2,000 members on the Real Housewives of Bling. So check that out. She has grown exponentially before our very eyes.
Let's get Dave up there.
Yeah,
And
we're
then
going to get
we
you and
also
Goldie
have-
up on the mic.
Let's get them up on the mic.
And
we
let's say
also
hi to
have
Rick and Sherry Heller.
Rick and Cherry. How are you? Let's get them their mic. Give them their mics. One's from the table.
We've got Rick and Sherry Heller with
two
us,
from
and
the
they've been
table.
with us all day, and
The
they're
two from
good
the
friends
table.
of Goldie and Dave, which is amazing. Thank you, Wayne. Well, I'm glad we've got our guests taking care of things again.
I know, because Wayne's been here longer than that.
We've got our guests answer the doorbell when it rings.
I
They
know.
bring in packages. They give out mics. It's like, what do you call it? The family bodega?
The bodega.
It's the family bodega.
Ay,
Okay.
ay, ay.
We're so proud of Dave and Goldie.
Proud of you too, my friend.
Phenomenal. Really, really need to read this book. If you've had difficulty in your past, a troubled childhood, a past that haunts you and keeps you from reaching your joy and your potential, you need to read this book. Yeah, it's a wonderful, open, very open and honest account of Goldie's life and experiences. And Goldie, I had to admire your courage and just your candor, the way you wrote that book.
And Dave always has a smile on his face. Always.
No, that's because he just had the piragua with a little gubba.
I know. I got to tell you.
You're both so
They're
full of
always so
joy.
lovely.
You are.
It's wonderful to be with them. The joy is contagious, and it's a gift. Not everybody walks around glowing all the time. Goldie does. And her
they
book
do.
will show you how to.
And they do.
Yes.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us today on our Networking Friday. Goldie and Dave of the Win-Win are going to take us out for a lovely weekend. So save the date, August 20th, right here from 6 until 8-ish for our book signing on Goldie's book, Rainbow in the Night, A Journey to Redemption, maybe some music, some good friends, artists. But check it out. You can find this book on Amazon and on her website. So take us out to a fabulous weekend. Have a great weekend, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other, and we will see you Monday, 9 a.m. drive time.
Don't be late.
To close our shows with this song, What the World Needs Now is Love, Sweet Love.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another mountain. There are mountains and hillsides enough to climb. There are oceans and rivers enough to cross, enough to last till the end of time. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone, everyone. Lord, we don't need another meadow. There are cornfields and wheat fields enough to grow. There are sunbeams and moonbeams enough to shine. Oh, listen, Lord, if you want to know, whoa, 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 yeah, what the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, oh, but just for everyone.
The world needs now is love, sweet love. 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 What the world needs now is love, sweet love. The world needs now is love, sweet love. What the world is love. What the world.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save it. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors. Just a ray of light, bathing me in drops of ink that gleams across my body. Wish you could unfreeze my heart